Hello, everybody. This is session 2 of the Digital Marketing League. Welcome. We're waiting a few more minutes for more people to come in, and then we'll kick it off with the presentation from Merged Media. For all the new joiners, welcome to presentation 2 of the Digital Marketing League. We'll wait for more people to join and then get started with Merged Media. Okay, 1 more minute to go. We're waiting for some more people. Welcome, everybody, for the second session of the Digital Marketing League. You can see our friends from Merged Media already, and we get started in just a few seconds. Okay, let's get started. Again, welcome. My name is Jochen. I'm Chief Revenue Officer for Textbroker and have the pleasure of moderating the session, as well as some others in the Digital Marketing League, together with my colleague Zora, who is our salesperson in France. And let's kick off with this second session of the day. Actually, we're not seeing Mark Fisher today. Mark has a different appointment, but he has given us a great replacement, even better than Mark himself. So this is Jan Tillmann from Merged Media. So we have his session right now, followed then by a session from Alex Navarro, talking about link building, and then after the lunch break, we'll have iProspect talk about global SEO from an agency perspective. Just as a reminder, please, everybody, put your questions into the chat that you can see on the right side of your screen. And then after the session, I will go through the questions and ask them to Jan. And at the end, please don't go away. Stay on. We have a prize draw and a poll for you, so you put some nice prizes you can win. So Jan, from Merged Media, he is the head of operations there, and Merged Media is one of the Textbroker partners when it comes to content planning, content strategies, and he has some great stuff to talk about. Jan, over to you.
Yes, hi. My name is Jan Tillmann, and I'm the COO of Predict. It's a company of the Merged Media. Merged Media has developed and built up a lot of online shops in the last 20 years. And in addition, makes consulting for big companies in kind of SEO. Today, I want to tell you something about market research, but not kind of the classic ones like panels or surveys that only give you something like a snapshot of your market, but much more everything that is discussed and mentioned in the internet. And this is not limited. You can do it for products, brands, topics, services, and whole markets. And this we have combined in a software that at first had us at Merged Media to deliver good content to our accounts. But now we have developed the software to a software as a service for you as marketers, and you can do great performance in SEO with this. We analyze the markets and give you the development of the demand of the last 4 years, and in addition, the development of the next 2 years as an prediction to make a better content with a view at the future. This is possible worldwide in every language. And yes, then I want to get into the presentation. At first, the understanding of needs and mindsets are the key for success. But the problem is that most of the companies and marketers make decisions based on internal data. And they do a great job. They do with sales data, with online movement data and internal data, and optimize the homepages and the company based on the internal data. But you only have a little piece of the market. You are kind of limited with blinders. So I want to give you an example. We have Jules, and Jules have an online shop for tents. He sell it well. He have about 200,000 euros of sales per year, and he think it's okay. He optimized his homepage with analytics and so on. But one day there comes a customer and want to have an inflatable dome tent, and Jules doesn't have an inflatable dome tent. He asks his suppliers, but they don't have it either. So the customer went away, go to Google, for example, and find another store from Phil. And Phil have a inflatable tent online shop. So Phil have to do a lot of research all over the world and have found a niche market and build a homepage based on this niche market and grow very fast. The problem is that Jules can't see this second market to rise because he didn't sell inflatable tents, so he have no internal data to see this trend and to find a new supplier to build some products with inflatable tents inside of his online shop. So this is the big problem. So you need external data to make better decisions, to make better content, to optimize your company. And with this external data, you can find the demand of the users, so what they really want, not only in your specific market, but much more a little bit wider. You can, you have to see upcoming trends. They are often via social media. So somebody find an inflatable tent in another country, post it. And so with this, it could come to a trend. And the third one is the competition. So Jules doesn't see Phil because it was in another market segment. And it's very important to always look at the competition. So you have to know in every market segment that you're in, where are the competitor, what are their market shares, and how they develop over time to react on it. And now I think you want to know how to see such insights, such a market research. And so I want to show you something out of our software. On the right side, you can basically see how such a analysis is shown up in our software. It's a topic tree, and you can see there are several levels. And with these levels and this little insights, you can easily answer the core questions of marketing in every marketing discipline. So we can see on the right side tens. So we have an example for tens, and we can see in green some topics. So we see application, we can see types of tens, services, and a little bit down, we can see some manufacturer. And we can see that they're divided between so-called circle 3 and circle 2. And here I want to show you what is it with the circles. So here's our logic. We have 5 circles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And circle 5 are the distant topics, and circle 1 are real product name searches. So they are looking especially for a special television, for example. So when you have mentions or expressions like entertainment as a keyword, for example, it would be a keyword that fits in circle 5. So it's a very distant topic when I'm an online shop for televisions. So I think it's kind of a entertaining possibility with a television, but it's really out of my sight. The circle 4 are wider topics. So for example, entertainment at home. So we are kind of closer to televisions, but it's not really related to my business. So then we have a 50-inch television. So it's we know the person really wanted television. So it's a related topic. It's in circle 3, and he have a knowledge about the attributes he really want. Circle 2, I think you can see is the brand searches. So for example, a Samsung television. The person really have a brand on his mind. And circle 1 would be a Samsung UE52 television. It's a specific product that you want to purchase, for example. So the possibility of a conversion is very high in circle 1, but the volume is higher in circle 3, 4, or 5. But our software can divide these circles, and so you easily can see how much of the person really want or have a brand on their mind or a product on their mind, and how many people only want to inform themselves about a specific topic. Now we come to the core questions of marketing. So how should we communicate with our target group to reach them effectively? Now on the right side, I have opened up some of the topics in this topic tree. So we can see there are some clusters inside application. So there are people that want to buy a tent, but for a specific application. So for cars, or to have an adventure vacation, or at the beach. But there are also persons who are interested in a certain type of tent. So a little bit above, we can see a pop-up tent, a trailer tent, tipi, dome tent. So these are the segments that the people are really interested in. And now I have tell you the 3 levels. So we have the topic, the cluster, and the lowest level, the mindset. And this is the key. So a mindset is really a thing that somebody wants. So here we have the inflatable tent as a mindset inside dome tents. So we know there's a lot of people that want an inflatable dome tent. And with this structure, we easily can find out all the mindsets, and we can easily make content or communicate with our target group, because we know exactly what they really want. The next question is, when should we communicate with it? And here on the left side, now we can see there is the topic tree, and there are little check boxes, and you easily can put in a mark in these check boxes. And on the right side, you can see the seasonality. So here we have marked in inflatable tent, large dome tent, and instructions. And we can see the development of these mindsets in the last 4 years with a green line. we can see the development in the next 2 years with the yellow line. And in a small period, we can see a red line. It's our Corona prediction, because a lot of companies have problems in this time. So we try to find a way to help them to understand which market segments in their own business are underperforming and which are overperforming. So what we've done is we have predicted the market with no Corona effect. And so we have a graph that shows us this would be the development if there was no Corona. And in addition, we always get new data, so we know what's really going on. And so we have a delta. And this delta of my actual situation and the prediction without Corona can show me in counts how big is my Corona effect. And it's a really cool feature that you can use on every mindset. So you can see how Corona affects the whole market when you put in checkboxes for all topics on the left side, or a specific market like here, only inflatable dome tents and so on. The next thing is where or in which region I should communicate. This is very interesting for offline campaigns, but also search engine advertising, for example. So you easily can check some points on the left side, and you can get the regionality and of the demand in your country. So you can see the distribution of the demand in the United States for, in this case, application tents and some types of tents. Next thing is which channel. So where should I take my campaigns, or where it would perform well? And here we have like a spider graph with things like Twitter, Facebook, but also search how-to and search purchase. And here we can see that it's clearly into search purchase. So you really should do your products at a Google Marketplace, at Google Shopping, for example, but also do some great SEO content, because we can see there's a little graph going up to search how-to. So there's a lot of questions around the tent market. The last one, but I think one of the most important, is the competition. So here you also can make the checkboxes on a lot of topics, but you also can do it on one mindset. And then you can get the top 24 competitors in this market segment. In this case, we have an own share of 2.1%. This is the market share, the visibility, the organic visibility. And we can see that the market leader in this case is Amazon, and position 2 is Walmart. You also can see the development over time. So which competitor are upraising and which are descending. And so, yes, you get a feeling for your competition, and you also can find great partners, because when you see that there's an information platform that is the market leader in a special section, then you really should partner with them and make, for example, affiliate marketing. So I think this feature is good in several ways. So I know my own market share in a specific topic that I put in on the left side. I can see my other pure competitor and how big or how visible they are. And I can find new partners and make affiliate marketing. Now, I think we talk a lot about the strategy, but now it goes to the marketing derivations. So what should I do, and how does the tool can support me by doing it? And for this, I will change to our software. So I hope you can see it. And unfortunately, I have a example in German because we are about to release the international versions in a few weeks, but I hope you can understand it. Here we can see insurance topic. So we have like a car insurance and so on. And here we can easily go into the analysis and can get a feeling for it. So here we have the dental supplementary insurance. We can see there are some contract-orientated things or informations or the decline of a dental supplementary insurance. And we can easily navigate through the levels to the mindset. And here I will show you, we can see how the development is for one mindset. Here we have the dental supplementary insurance without a waiting time. We can see it for the whole waiting time. We can see it for the whole thing with contract-orientated dental supplementary insurance, or the complete dental supplementary insurance and how it developed over time. Now, it would be very hard for every marketer to go through the analysis and looking at, this mindset is going up, this mindset is falling down. So we have built a cool feature. It's called the filter board, and you easily can identify relevant topics. At first, you can say, please show me things or topics that are increasing or increasing sharply in the next 12 months. We also can go to the history. You can say, please show me topics that have a special seasonality. So with this graph, we easily can see the seasonality of every topic. And with this information, we can get something called the peak month. So which month is the month with the most demand of a specific topic? And here we can say, please only show me things that have the highest demand in January. I think this would be, you have to look which marketing derivations you want to plan. So when we talk about social media campaigns or search engine advertising, I think you're really very quick to create campaigns. So you easily can say, oh, now we are in June, so show me things that have the highest demand in July. But when you think about search engine optimization and you know that take a long time, then you should look in future and say, okay, from now on, I want to publish a content that have the highest demand in 2, 3, or 4 months to be really strong when it comes to a listing. You also can make a filter on the market share, on the visibility. So show me where I'm the market leader or where have no relevant market share. But you also can put in a competitor, and can show our software can show you where is a specific competitor the market leader. And last but not least, the layer. So it's up to you if you want to have this this attribution or this filter based on mindset, so on the lowest level, or you want to have it on the middle level, like the clusters. I want to show you. Click on apply, and now you can see that the tree is a little bit shorter. So we only see topics that are based on these filters. Now we can open it up and can see, there we have the dental supplementary insurance that are contract orientated. We open this up and can see that there are a lot of questions about additional service. So we can see there are 70,000 expressions in the last 12 months about additional services with a dental supplementary insurance. But we also can see that the age is a big topic. And now we open it up and can see that of the 65,000 expressions in the last 12 months of the age of dental supplementary insurance, we can see that the kids really have a high amount of 60,000 of 65,000. So now we know for the strategy, we should make a landing page, for example, for this topic, or we should change our contracts so that we can offer this. Now we are looking at the seasonality. okay, it's a increase in market. That's right. We can look at the competition. We can see, oh, our own share is really bad, so we should do some marketing. In this case, some SEO. And so we want to start. We can let the checkbox in and create a so-called passport. You can do it for several marketing derivations. You can do it for social media, for monitoring as the strategy part, or content or search engine advertising. In this case, I want to show you the content derivation. So we click on Content Passport, we give it a name. And now the Content Passport is created, and we can see some things we can do here. At first, the content briefing is a big topic. So you can make your whole work project management inside the tool. You can invite authors. So also, for example, Textbroker, you easily can invite Textbroker to your account, and then they can create content out of this briefing paper. You can do a publish date, content objective, or the quality scorings, but I will show you later on. So we're a content creator and want to write a content about dental supplementary insurance for kids. And now we have two opportunities. We can create a complete new one, or we have a content and want to optimize it. We take the first one, and now we are directly inside our writing assistant. And here we can see the different mindsets of this topic. So for kids, above 50, for adults, and so on. You can see the different mindsets. You can see the exact expressions they use on the internet. You can see a little inspiration for your writing. And you have an action board where you can exclude and include topics. You can change the sorting, or you can merge sections. So we can see above 50, and we also have a mindset above 55. I think that's kind of the same. So we click on above 55 and click on merge. And now we can see that both topics are inside one content box. And so we easily can write about these two things. The idea of the writing assistance is to write a paragraph on every mindset. So a mindset paragraph about kids, about this age, and so on. To give you a little example, we will deactivate the other mindsets and concentrate on kids. And I will copy a content of the internet. So, and put it inside the editor. And now we can see which expressions are inside this content correctly. So we don't use exact matching. We don't use VDF, EDF. We only want that you write about a mindset and give an added value. And here you can get a feedback which expressions you use correctly inside this paragraph. And you can see whether you should blow it a little bit up. The next step is the content scoring. So it's very important to write a good content that user really want to read. So we have created a so-called content scoring that give your content a value. So on the right side, we can see that we have 77.5% of the content scoring. So out of 100, it's not such a good text. There are a lot of optimizations that can take place. And we can see which parameters are not so good. So we can see here are some parameters like the readability, the structure, the concision, and the psychological appeal. And we can see like green is good parameter. You don't have to change anything. Orange is you should look over, and red is you really should change the content. We also can see there's a lot of modal verbs or fill words, and we can click on the magnifying glass and can see where is the problem in the content, and you easily can change it and optimize it until you get a better content scoring to create rankings. So I think you will ask why are these parameters very important, and I think you write for Google, and that's not the case. So I give you an example on this parameter, sentence variability. If you want to create content for Google, you would write it very easy. So I think main clause and main clause and main clause, because it would be very easy. But that's not the case. We want to write a perfect content for user, and so Google likes it too. And the sentence variability is a cool parameter to show your style. So you have a variability in your sentence length, and here we can see it's not a really good style, and he should or she should optimize it a little bit. On our homepage, you can see some examples. So here, for example, our psychologist that explained the scoring, and we have some examples that you can see whether the parameters or why the parameters are inside our tool. You can see a comparison to other tools, and here, for example, for the sentence variability, a very cool example that you can test, but in this time only in German. So we have created the content. I think 77.5% is not so good, but we try it. So we click on save, and now the lecture get a notification. So author is ready. So you can look over and make some comments. So we go inside the content and easily can make comments inside. So this paragraph is not so good. And so he can change it as a revision. You also can say, I'm fine with it. It can go online. So he click on publish. And now you have the possibility to download the HTML document or to send it via an API to your content management system. And so it's directly published. Now it's online, and we all want to know the performance. So we have created a normal ranking feature. So you can see the development of your rankings on this specific topic. You can see the search engine result page. Here we have one keyword only on page 1. You can see the specific rankings on the keywords and so on. This is, I think, classical search engine optimization work. You can see how it performs, and you can change the content above, create the new one, publish the new one, and then you can optimize it every month or when you think it should take place. You also can add your Google Search Console. So you have 2 ways to define the performance. So in one case, the rankings, but also the traffic on your exact landing page. And this is the workflow for content. So you can easily create a lot of content passports. And the project manager, here are now some examples because it's an example company. You can see which is the status, which is the performance, who's the author, and so on. So you can easily create your or make your complete content marketing within the software based on topics that the users really want. Last but not least, I want to tell you how we come to this data. I think that would be a question later on. It's completely automatic. So what you have to do is you have to put in a homepage or a topic. You don't need a homepage. You can give us a topic, and our software analyze the market. It takes search engines, of course. It takes social media channels and other crawlings, and find all the expressions and mentions that fits to your to your topic. And then the next thing is all the data get clustered. And these clusters are based on a BI instance inside our software. So it's found automatically. You give us the topic, wait, I think 48 or 3 days, and then you get the analysis inside the tool. You get these clusters, all these levels. You get all the data like seasonality, the competition, and the regionality, and then you can easily create your marketing derivations and also create well-performed content or search engine advertising campaigns. So thank you. That is my presentation. I hope you enjoy it. If you have questions, you also can contact me or go at our homepage and look at it. And yes, thank you.
Thanks very much, Jan. Great stuff. And I see a lot of interest for your tool in the chat here. So just sharing my screen again real quick.
Yep.
So a few questions, Jan. Yes. 1 second. I'm fighting with technology here. Anyway, okay. So first thing is about languages. I think you mentioned quickly that you're working on English, but which languages and market are you planning to integrate? What's the time for the release also of additional languages? Maybe that's the first topic we can talk about.
Yes, at this moment, we have a lot of parameters and the content scoring for Germany. We also have an international one that fits for all other languages. Yeah, I think about 2 or 3 weeks, you're able to make content scoring in every other language. And at this moment, the analysis can be in every country and every language, so there are no limits.
Okay, but the tool itself will be in which languages by when?
At every country, and the front end will be in English.
Okay, cool. The next question, you mentioned it a little bit as well, but I think I want to deepen it a bit. Where do you get the data from that feeds into this tool?
Yeah, we have a lot of data mining warehouses where we buy the data. So we also use, I think, well-known keyword research tools, but we also buy data from several accounts, and then we cluster the data, and this is the intelligence of our software, that we have a lot of data, a lot of different sources, and we put it together to get this structure and these insights.
So I hope I don't spoiler you, but I heard you say that it's also social media, that it's even Amazon and eBay you can source from. Is that correct?
Correct, but I have to say that Amazon, we get relevant data, but I think we all know that Amazon is a difficult platform. So yeah, in this case we only get what I think you can guess how some products or topics are developing in Amazon. So
okay. Yeah. Cool. Then we have some questions around how to get access to this tool. So is there the possibility to get a test account? I've got several people asking for pricing. So maybe you can share with us how people can feed their curiosity on this.
At first, it's a big software, so we are not able to give an easy test account for your specific market. So it is able to send us an email, and we get a little video session, and you can get access to an example company like the insurance. You can look at, I think we can put the URL later on in the chat. It's app.digital-market-maker.de. There you can see on the start screen a branch report of us based on Corona. So you can see a little bit how our clustering works. You can find some cool insights about some topics that are influenced by Corona. And when you find it interesting, you can also look at the video of my friend and CEO, Mark Fisher, and then you can get in touch with us above on this landing page, and then we can connect each other and create a trial session.
I suggest, Jan, because the next question is actually for Textbroker. Maybe whilst I answer it, you quickly write the link into the chat, if that's okay.
Yes.
And the question for Textbroker is if Textbroker is also using this tool. So yes, you can. We're not using it for every article, but you can book us using this tool through our managed service offering. So when you get in touch with one of our people, please mention that you want to use the Predict tool. We'll create a pricing for it, because you can imagine that, you know, making an article work that it reaches the right percentage is a little bit of work, but we're happy to do that. We're used to the tool, and Merchant Media has been a great partner of ours for several years now. And for all of you, the URLs have just been posted by Jan into the chat. Okay, I think that is pretty much it in terms of questions.
I think the pricing.
Oh yes, you're right. Pricing. Sorry.
The pricing. So it depends on your market. So if you have a really niche market, it's cheaper. So you send us your topic or your URL that you want to analyze. We make a soft crawling and find the price, and you can you get your own price on your specific market segment, and then you can say, okay, it fits or it doesn't fit, and then yes. So it is not a. Yeah.
I cannot let you out of the session without giving a range from 2.
Yeah. So we take the example of the insurance market. It would be between 300 and 1,000 a month, but it could be more, could be less. Yeah, it depends on your market.
Okay, but I think that gives people at least an order of magnitude. Yeah. Okay, Jan, thank you so much. That was great. And everybody on the call, don't leave yet. We still have some prizes to throw out. So for those of you who haven't been in the first session, we're going to take a vote in a few seconds, and here are the prizes you can win. €100 Amazon voucher for the winner, for the first prize winner, and you get a content consulting from Textbroker, where we might maybe also use the Predict tool. We'll see. And €150 Textbroker voucher, for which, by the way, you get a decent piece of content, or maybe even several of those. Second prize gets a €50 Amazon voucher and 150 for Textbroker, and the third prize gets a €150 Textbroker voucher. What you need to do is please grab your mobiles and scan this QR code, and if that doesn't work, look at that Slido link there to go to the voting tool. And the first question you will see is, did the presentation deliver valuable information? And we'll keep that question open for like 30 seconds or so, and please all start voting. Only those that go through to the third point, which is enter your email address, have a chance to win the prize. And those that participate in more than one vote also get more than one chance to win the prize. So please, everybody, scan the QR code and go for the first question. Okay, we have 10 more seconds, and are now 3, 2, 1, 0. Switching to the second question. What was your main takeaway? This is obviously a very important question for Jan and for ourselves to learn, you know, and to learn how we can further improve the Digital Marketing League for future sessions. And for Jan, how to improve his tool, obviously. Yes. So the second question is on. You can all put your comments in there, and we're very grateful for you doing that, because it helps us improve. Let's have another 10 seconds on the second question. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're getting to the point of entering your email address. Thank you for doing that. And actually, whilst you do that, I'm posting into the chat the link for the next session. Someone wants the time was too short. I'm sorry for that. We'll do it a little longer next time. Apologize. Please send us an email with any other remarks you have. We don't want them, and we'll put you into the vote. So you see the link that I posted. That's the link for the next session, which actually starts in 18 minutes from now at 11:30. That session will be with Alex Navarro from Interamplify, and you'll hear a lot of crazy things about link building. With that said, thank you very much for everybody for joining this session. Jan, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And I hope to see you all again in 17 minutes in the other session. The email address for Fabian, just a second.
Yep.
All right, 1 second. There you go. Okay, everybody, thanks so much. See you in 17 minutes in the next meeting room. The link is there, and let's move on with the Digital Marketing Week. Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye, Jan. Ciao, ciao.